This video is going to show you how you can know which assignments to complete for World History class. And we'll start off looking at the class announcements. So once you go to your World History page, you can find your class announcements on the right side when you scroll down. Down here is the section called Class Announcements, and there will be a new announcement posted every week, so you want to get into the habit of checking the announcements weekly. And you can see that these are going to let you know what you need to do each day. You might see a reminder up at the top. Make sure that you're looking at the announcement with the correct date. And you'll see there's a chart on each weekly announcement that shows you the day of the week, what we're doing in class that day, and if you have any assignments that day. So World History class does start on Friday, September 7th. We'll be going over our welcome to class, and you'll have a couple things you'll need to do for assignments. You'll have a short About Me survey, and you'll be able to review, sign, and submit your syllabus for World History class with your learning coach. You can also see this is what the weekly announcement will look like for the following week. Again, you may have a reminder. If you read across the chart, it shows you that day, what we're doing in class, and it'll also show you any textbook pages that go along with that lesson. So you will want to read in your textbook either to prepare for that class, or you could read after the class to review what we learned that day. So for example, on Thursday, September 13th, we'll be going over lesson 1.03. You can read pages 1 through 9 that go along with that lesson. You can see the assignments again on the right. You'll have an optional checkpoint assignment for 1.03 available that day too. So those are your class announcements. Another way to see assignments to complete is to check the class plan on the left side of your World History page. So again, you may have to scroll down. Here on the left is the class plan, and it will show you any assignments for this current day and also any assignments that may be coming up in the future. So down here you can see that assignment for September 13th. It's going to be due that night at 11:59 p.m. It's the 1.03 optional lesson checkpoint. So if you're looking to complete this assignment, you know on the class plan that this is the assignment for September 13th. You can even click on it to get to the assignment. And here it is. Here's that link in blue. If I wanted to take that assignment now, I can click on that link and that will open the assignment for me that day. So again, make sure you're taking a look at this class plan each day, that you're staying up to date with your assignments. You don't want to fall behind and have to try to catch up with assignments that you're missing. So you want to make sure you're checking this each day, completing any work that's on the class plan. And again, you can see assignments that will be coming up in the future too, possible quizzes. There will be tests, maybe some reading and writing assignments you might have to submit to the Dropbox or assignment box too. And you can even take a look at your grades for World History to see your assignments too. And you want to get into the habit of checking your grades. And this is going to give you a picture of how you're doing in World History class with your overall grade and the points that you earned on each of your assignments. So up at the top of the page, you click on Grades. And the grades will show you a list of assignments. You can see some of our Unit 1 assignments up at the top. And once you start taking these assignments, the points that you earn are going to appear on the left side. And on the right side, it shows you how many points each assignment is worth. So if you get all of the points on your 1.03 checkpoint, this will change. This dash will go away, and it'll say you got 4 out of 4. Maybe you missed something and earned 2 points, then it would say 2 out of 4. And so on the right, these numbers are showing you how much each of those assignments is worth. So some assignments are going to have a bigger impact on your grade. You can see a lot of these checkpoints are only 4 points. And the quizzes are going to be a bit more, usually around 10 points. You'll eventually see some tests that are worth more. Make sure you're completing those, and also any Dropbox assignments that you may have to do some reading or writing for. You can see that's going to have a bigger impact on your grade as well. And occasionally you may see some zeros here. If there's an assignment that you're missing that you have not completed yet, I do update these grades every week, usually starting on Monday morning. I'll add in a 0 if there's anything that you have not completed from the previous week. So if you did not take your 1.05 quiz the previous week, on Monday I'll put in that 0, and that's going to bring down your grade. So you want to make sure you go back and take that assignment as soon as you're able to, and that'll put in the points once you complete that. And there's one more way to see our assignments that I wanted to show you. If you go back to Class Home, you can also find a monthly calendar, and you're welcome to check those out too. And the calendar is posted under your class content in the course materials section. So once I go to content and course materials, you'll find a calendar for each month. So here we have our September 2018 calendar for World History class. And I'll click on that link. And you can see this is our plan for the month of September in World History class. You're welcome to download this. If you click the download button, you can save it on your computer. You could even print it out if you'd like to keep this in your workspace so you know what's going on. You'll notice on the monthly calendar, I have the lesson for each day, and then also the assignments are listed in red. And you'll find out once we get started and go over our syllabus, these checkpoint assignments are optional. They're usually just a couple questions to review for that day. So if you complete the checkpoints, there'll just be another grade included in your grade book. If you do not complete the checkpoints, though, they don't turn to 0, so they're not going to bring your grade down if you don't get to complete all of the checkpoint assignments. The other work is all required, though, any quizzes, reading assignments, or tests or projects that come up. So you'll see those assignments again in red on the monthly calendar. If there's anything going on that day, like if we're off that day of school, that'll come up on the calendar. We'll have a half day occasionally too. And also make sure you check the bottom of the calendar with some reminders on there. It lets you know how the calendar's set up, that you can still access your textbook to help. There's a reminder of the closing day for each unit, so all of your assignments have to be in no later than 2 weeks after the unit test. The unit test will be the last assignment in each unit. So I'll put down here on the bottom what day that is. I expect that unit to close down, and after that point you won't be able to turn in any work from that unit. So you want to make sure that you're staying on track, you're checking your announcements, your class plan, your grades, and you can even refer to this monthly calendar as well. And since the monthly calendar does go a bit farther into the future, you want to make sure that you're also using those other ways to find out what to do, the announcement and class plan, in case there's any changes that come up throughout the month too. So do your best to stay on track. Make sure that you're aware of which assignments that you need to complete. And if you ever have questions about this, feel free to contact me too.